spine-tingling chills, flesh-eating orbs, and creepy Cupid arms. Introducing Manhunter, a foreboding science fiction epic created by the authors of the mega hit, The Ancient Art of War. A dark vision of our planet's future, Manhunter evolves around the life of an Orwellian spy in New York City, 2 years after alien invasion and consequent world takeover.
There once was a manhunter from New York who took a wrong turn in a park. He stepped on a mine, should have read the sign. Now he is scattered from dawn to dark.
Our hero is contracted by the newly founded alien dictatorship as a manhunter. His goal? To seek and destroy a ring of human saboteurs and unruly militants, hoping to end alien rule. Every step of the way could prove to be your last. Manhunter includes several new innovations to Sierra's acclaimed 3D animated adventure game system, including split-screen animation and advanced windowing effects. What better way to view squished heads, famished baby orbs, and rotting corpses?
Hello! Happy Sunday for everyone viewing on Twitch, for everybody viewing on YouTube. Happy whatever day this is. It's going up on a Saturday. How is everyone? Sorry, it's a little late this week, Twitch. My dad's birthday was on Saturday this week, so I didn't want my streaming to bump up with our plans. So I moved it. So here we are today. And happy Mother's Day today, if applicable. Oh, does this have voice acting? This game, what? Oh, no, this game does not have voice acting. We are very far away from the voice acting games. That doesn't happen until, that starts in around 1990, 1991. We're still firmly in like 88 here. So this is still, yeah, early days of Sierra, really. There's sadly, though, not really a whole lot to read in this game. It's oddly text-light, as you'll see. This is Manhunter. Manhunter and its sequel are actually among the weirdest games that Sierra ever made. And I suspect that a lot of Sierra fans are like me in that they didn't come to this series until later. I did not really discover it at the time. Yeah, the trailer. There's some bad voices in that trailer there, but, you know, I'll find some funny stuff, some funny ways to read it. So yeah, Manhunter New York and Manhunter 2 San Francisco, they both are among the final games to use Sierra's AGI, Adventure Game Interpreter. And Manhunter New York was released in 1988 for Amiga, Apple II, Apple II GS, Atari ST, Macintosh, and of course MS-DOS, the version we're playing today. It was actually released after King's Quest IV had come out, which was available in both AGI versions and their new Sierra Creative Interpreter, SCI, their new upgraded engine, which was the version of that game most people played. But this game was actually sort of a regression and a sequel too. It came out a year later, and it was still using the AGI engine, which was super weird. But it's one of the final games to use that engine. And this was created by a studio called Evryware, Evryware, Evryware Incorporated. And that developer was founded in 1980 by Dave Murray and a guy named Joe Gargiulo. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Gargiulo. I'm probably mangling it. But so that was founded. They're up in Washington. I forget, like Olympia or something. But They had, previous to this game, they had developed Sierra Championship Boxing in 1984, which was programmed by Dave Murray and animated by his brother Barry Murray, who also worked for the company. And most of their games that they did, including the Manhunter games, that's how they did. And they also had their sister Dee Dee Murry doing art. She's responsible for all the art in this game. And she's actually, since this, she's like now currently like an award-winning wildlife photographer. And before Manhunter, Evryware developed the Ancient Art of War strategy war game series. That's probably what they're best known for. Prior to this, they made the Ancient Art of War in 1984 for Broderbund, and also the sequel, The Ancient Art of War at Sea, in 1987, also for Broderbund, and then The Ancient Art of War in the Skies in 1992 for Microprose. And in their later years, post-Manhunter, and after all the Ancient Art of War stuff, which the Ancient Art of War games were pretty modestly well received. But they focused on children's titles in their kind of later years, and their last game was called Pyrosaurus, which came out in 1997, and then they got out of the games business to start a web design firm called Prime Web Design and an independent record label called Great Big Island. And the most recent copyright dates that I could find on both those companies' sites is 2003, and Great Big Island's support page offers advice to users of AOL and Netscape, so I'm pretty sure it's not active anymore. I have no clue, actually, what the Dave and Barry Murray are up to today. So all I know is their sister, she is a wildlife photographer. That's maybe they're happily retired, who knows. But that's the history of Evryware and Manhunter. And am I reading something? I've prepared notes, Weasel Amy. I've prepared notes for all of this stuff that just so I don't miss anything. I know I do know a lot of it from memory, but I want to make sure I don't miss any of the key details here. And before I get started, before I jump into the game, I want to show off. I want to show off kind of sort of a special version here. I have the Manhunter New York box here, and if you've been paying attention to previous Sierra Saturdays, you know that this label, they have a very distinctive like little system requirements label here, and this is very different. This is actually painted onto the box, and it's got this weird white two-piece, right, which is an unusual one. And you can't really see it. I can't really describe it, but the quality of this slipcover is not Sierra standard. And the reason for that, when you look at things like, I wish I could kind of elaborate on the printing quality of the manual. It's not that great. And the discs do not have the usual Sierra label. And that's because the version that I own of Manhunter, this is a release by a company called Slash, which they did budget re-releases of titles from lots of different developers. There was another company called Kix XL that did the same thing, and they had like Sierra, they had LucasArts, they had like a bunch of different companies that they would just re-release kind of budget versions of their games. And sometimes like you would see another thing, like the contents of the box would come in just like white envelopes as well, like inside the box, and so that was like a dead giveaway. And my versions of Manhunter 1 and 2, my boxes are both the Slash releases, which I've been kind of considering upgrading to like the quote unquote real ones at some point, but also it's kind of a neat oddity to have. You know, it's not like it's some different version of the game. It's still the game. But, yeah, just one of those things. So, let me see. Excuse me. We are going to get into this. Let me see. Where is my... Oh, whoops. Oh, no. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to minimize my window. Start it up. And where's my game window? There we go. All right, and of course I'm using my MIDI patch from my launcher here instead of the internal music because I more or less just prefer it that way. Oh, and some of these games are like, oh, please center your joystick. I do not have a joystick. I do have a controller plugged in, so it's probably, DOSBox is probably recognized that as my joystick, but I am not going to, I'm not going to use the joystick, so. The Orbs invaded New York in 2002. It's very scary. So this game is a very sort of dystopian, kind of Blade Runner-ish scenario. You know, that you saw the trailer, it described it as sort of this Orwellian world, and it definitely has that that vibe. And yeah, it takes place in 2002. Yeah, it's advanced. And this is a game, there's very little text. There's not like a lot of speech or dialogue. And the story is something you sort of have to... It's almost like very abstract. You'll see what I mean, but like you have to piece the story together. It takes a bit more effort, let's say, than the typical Sierra game. And yeah, Bansuni, I think a lot of people didn't play these games, the Manhunter games. And those might have been the Twin Towers, Weasel Amy. Yeah. Apparently this is the alternate universe where 9/11 did not happen. And yeah, like Akira, that's another, right? You're right. That's that same sort of vibe, that kind of cyberpunk, you know, kind of dystopian vibe. So here we go. 2 years later, 2004. Here we are, day one, the Upper East Side. This is our apartment, our like little Blade Runner apartment. And this little eyeball, which is my, I don't know, my mission guy. I don't know. He's coming up the elevator to tell me what I need to do. Okay. He's like, what up? It's morning. Attention, Manhunter. There was an explosion at Bellevue Hospital. Investigate. Right? So you're like, oh, alright. Well, the eyeball told me it's time for work. I better go put on my work uniform, which is a weird cultist robe. And, you know, turn on the lights and then head over to the bed. I'll sit down, open the laptop up, look at some porn. Oh my god, the 2004 porn is so crazy. Look at that. Alert! And that's MAD, which is my, I don't know, I forget what that stands for. That's my computer system. So, tracker has locked on target location, Bellevue Hospital. So what you have to do, every time you get like a new target, right, you basically watch to see where it's going. So that's the target down there, and I can move my little cursor. It doesn't really do anything right now. But the target I see is going to the side of this building. They did something, right, and ran away. They blew a hole in it. This is what you're supposed to kind of intuit, right? And they did something over here, and then they ran off. Okay. And now they're going... They've left the hospital, and they are going over to wherever they're going. Oh, to the Trinity Church. Okay. And now they're going into the church. This is really important to like pay attention to all this. And going over to the left side, if that's the door, right? The left side, and doing something over here. Okay. And then running off. I forget, do they go somewhere else? Zooming out, yep. So so what you're doing is this is like your subject, and you're supposed to track their movements around the city, and kind of follow their footsteps to be like, well, what are they? What did they do here? What are they? And these little flashing things are supposed to be other people. But the target went into the bar here and did something over here at, like, this machine, and then left. And so you know, if this were like the 80s and you were still playing, this, you would just be frantically like writing things down or something. I don't know. And now they're in the restrooms at Prospect Park, and they're going into the last stall, and then they're gone. Okay. Target signal lost. Tracking terminated. So you're frantically writing this stuff down. And you're like, okay, well, I need to, now what do I do? Right? So now, we close this. And we can move around this map, see where the character was, right? Where I was tracking him. So, you know, you can see these, like, different locations. I'll show you. There's a few of them here, I think. Is this Bellevue Hospital over here? Yeah. So right there, press enter to travel. So you're just trying to track what the subject was doing. Okay, what your target was doing. And there's no parser here. There's no you don't type commands. There's no, I mean, it would have benefited greatly from, like, proper mouse support. But you're just kind of moving around and seeing what you can interact with. Right, so these doors cannot be opened. Like, if I could go in here, I'll show you. It turns to an arrow to go to the next screen. So I go around here, and that guy blew a hole in the building, like I said, right? And so we're supposed to investigate this. And that's sort of the game. And yeah, those eyes, yeah, they are freaky. And I will, you'll see more of those later. There's a lot of, you're about to see something freaky here. So we go in here. And up here, there's this robot, right? And we can't get by him. That's actually something that's like an issue for later. And here, I'm going to save my game right here. You'll notice I have a bunch of skips here because, oh boy. This game should have been called Mazes and Minigames because that's what it is. Okay, so we're going to save. And I'm going to look at this guy. Okay. And his name is Reno Davis, right? And you got to remember that. That's important. That's something for, like, your computer, right? Reno Davis. And now, if you want to see, like, a cool death, here we'll look at him. So there's, like, skeleton dude, right? And he's pretty freaky. And he's gonna kill me. Well, he's gonna kill me. The little, like, weird creatures here are gonna kill me if I don't leave, which I'm not gonna do because I'm gonna show you the death. So yeah, this game's freaky and violent. Babies never seem to eat enough, and those are the creators. That's Barry, Dee Dee, and Dave Murray, and they give you, like, the little death screens, right? And in a weird twist for a Sierra game, it actually rewinds to the point before you died. It doesn't punish you, so it just takes you back. So once again, here I'm gonna look at the name tag. Okay, Reno Davis. So I know that, and I am Hoodie Boy. I am a dude with a hood. I look like that. You know, everybody's wearing these hoods. That's like the Manhunter uniform, right? So now that I know his name, I want to use my computer here and get information on Reno Davis. So you can use this to look up, when you find people's names, you can use it to look them up and figure out who they were. So this was a manhunter. He used to be a manhunter. He's dead. And, oh, does it not give me his address? I don't know. I guess not. Well, we know that he was a manhunter. So, we close that. And then I think we want to go to the next location. So, let's see. It was down here, right? Is this Trinity Church? So we're again tracking this, so that the subject that I'm looking for killed him, right? And now I'm looking for them. Here we are in Trinity Church. Where did I buy my PC games back in the day? I bought my PC games back in the day at Software Etc., Electronics Boutique, Babbage's, Egghead Software. I remember in like the 90s, in the heyday, when all their like VGA games were coming out, Sierra point and click ones, Babbage's was the good store. They're the one that had the biggest selection. So, and they were at the mall that was like further away, but I was always hyped to go there because I wanted to go into Babbage's and see what was new. So, if you're following along, okay, here's the church where he went, and he went up here over to the left side, which we have some candles here. And so there's something here. We're not sure what, right? But there's going to be a puzzle later. So you're supposed to kind of take note of that and be like, I have to figure this out. I got to remember that this is here, right? Whoops. And I have to be outside to travel. But now I want to go to, whoops, the bar, the Flatbush Bar. And here we go. We are at the bar. Whoops. We want to go in here. And I want to use the arcade game here. And I want to save my game first. So because he was trying to use this game, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm going to do what he was doing. But then these guys are going to grab me and be like, yo, you don't get to do that. For whatever reason, we're going to throw you onto the floor like a wacky cartoon character. This game has a very weird vibe to it. So we're going to play, what, Five Finger Fillet here? And now okay, here we go. And now I have to do the same to him or he kills me. All right. So, like I said, there's a lot of mini games here. That's what most of this game consists of. All right. But I can save scum it, so it's fine. Oh, look at that. Actually, I'm going to save. Yeah. Save after each one. Oh. And he's upset with me, so they're throwing me out. Fortunately, I can restore my game, so. And I did it, and he's super happy, and now he's gonna, like, do this weird motion, which I have to remember. That's a clue. And now I run away like a cartoon character. And it's a very strange. There's like a lot of mood whiplash here. So now I want to play the video game. So Halls, Walls, Balls, and Dolls. Sounds like a weird, like, porno name. Find the path to the end of the mini halls. The correct path leads you to the Cupid dolls. If you don't want to die, don't touch the walls. Step on magic squares to throw the balls. So, maybe I'll just do this for real. Let's see. So, if you touch a wall, if you touch any of the white walls, you die. And you have to start over. So you have to get to the end of this maze. You have to step on each of these, right? Without touching any of the walls. And also, this whole thing, look at this. So, hold on. Let me get to another one of these so I can pause. So look at this maze, all right? This whole thing, you also have to, like, this was like the days where you could easily take screenshots, but you need to remember the layout of this because you will soon enter a maze with this layout where you have to go and collect things in the spaces of where these squares are and then exit the maze. So there's a maze you have to navigate that this is the map to. And it's the most nonsense thing. Okay? And I'll show you, like, here. If you hit a wall, you just die, right? And you have to start over. You have to completely start over. And so, and there's no, like, speed setting in this game for some strange reason. So, you are kind of stuck doing it, like, for real. Like, without any faster speeds or slower speeds. You know, you just have to kind of, you're stuck with what it gives you here. And thanks for the follow, Beer Lover 666. Is this Atari Sundays? Yeah, I mean this is sort of like a graphical step down, isn't it? Yeah, this is one of the mini games in Manhunter, New York. The mini games. The mini games. And so you have to go through all this stuff and get all these squares. Okay. Fortunately... Oh, wait. Did I not, Oh, did I not do a skip here? I guess I didn't. Oh, I guess I have to do this. Gee. I forgot to make a save game for this. Guess I'm doing it the real way. What fun. Gameplay, everybody. And there are a lot of... I'm definitely skipping the sewer because... Whew, hell with that. That's miserable. Oh, you'll see when I get there. I'm not very far from it. It's actually the thing you get to at the end of the day when you track him to... when you track the guy to the location... The final location that your tracker sends you to, right? Well, the real way, I mean, like, it's very boring, and it's just kind of stupid, and it's not... it's not, yeah, it's just not interesting. And the toilet, yes, the toilet is where you track him. Alright, and... 3 more. 3 more. And then I can leave. Police Quest 1's your favorite? Is it because you can remove clothes anywhere? Yeah, he's very slowly getting away because I have to play all these stupid mini games to catch him. Hi. Alright, almost. Oh god, we're almost through it. Whew. Alright. Yay, look at that. And now, now I win. So, celebrate. We won. That's the end. It's the end of Manhunter. Yeah, no, I want to back up. I don't want to play this anymore. Okay, cool. So, whew, got that. And now, we want to go to, where was it? Prospect Park. I think that's, is that up here? There we go, yeah, alright. So, go in here. Go up to the restrooms. Slowly approach the restrooms. It was the women's the women's restroom, and we want to go over here, and go over here, and look at this, the toilets. Yep. There's a dude. There's a dude in a brown robe sitting on the toilet in the women's room. And now, remember when I won the 5-finger fillet and the dude was like, he was telling me to flush the toilet. He was like, you flushed the toilet 3 times. I don't know how he knew that. I don't know. Oh, you know what? Because the guy won the arcade game or something. I don't know. I don't know why that little secret handshake thing was connected to any of this. It's Bob and Threadbare's much stupider cousin, Rodbot. Yeah, this is not... Bob and Threadbare, this character is not. So, now I'm in the sewer. Okay? And so... now it's just like a maze, right? And I have to find, like, it's a perspective maze, right? Which is the worst kind of maze. I hate them. And you're looking for, like, these orbs, or these key cards rather, that are right here. Would you think that's a key card? That looks like a weird little blob. I don't know what that looks like, but you're looking for... there were 12 of those squares I stepped on in the arcade game, and there are 12 key cards that correspond to those locations, and I need to pick up all of them. Oh, the King's Quest V perspective maze. We'll get to that. I'll have some things to say about that. So, you make your way through this giant maze, and it is as much of a pain in the ass as it looks like. And I'm just going to go to my sewer maze skip. Thank you for the sub, Grid Pusher. I appreciate it. So, yeah, Bobbin's cousin, Poopin. That's this character. I don't think this character's ever named. So his name might be Poopin. And there's the last key. If you'd done this the right way, that right there would have been the 12th key card. And I have 12 key cards. You can see in my inventory. Then we go up, and success. We're in the dock, and we've gotten through the sewers. Okay. And now you're supposed to see that little glowing yellow pixel right there and go, oh, what is that? I'd better get this. It's a medallion. Okay, well, I guess. This is an adventure game, so I need to pick up everything. And now we have gotten through that, and now I use my map, and I can go to Coney Island. I don't know why I couldn't have gone to Coney Island before. But here we are, Coney Island. And look, it's the victory screen from the arcade. That arcade just has the most lifelike graphics for 2004. And now, wait, is this the right one? This is totally not the right one. No. Okay. So there's a bunch of games we can play, right? So there's balloons and darts, Cupid doll baseball, and rings and bottles. Those two on the sides are fake and not they don't matter. And I actually played the wrong one for the longest time. I remember before I figured out, oh, I have to play. It's a different one. These are not real. These are fake. They serve no point. They serve no purpose. So what I want to do is I want to play this, right? And the way that this works is you can see the baseball is going on like 3 heights. So I can throw it top, middle, or bottom. And I have to hit 3 specific dolls, which I think correspond. I've never been clear on this. They somehow correspond to the last 3 dolls that were left in the maze in the arcade. But they don't, as you'll see. So if you go back and look, it doesn't make sense. But I'll show you here. This is actually a little bit screwy to aim. Oh, I got one though. Great. Oh, look at that. 2 for 2. And then, oh, nope. Ooh, I'm going to save it right here. So it's just right there in case I miss it. Oh, but I got it. And then, you show this guy the medallion. This creeper. And I don't know what his deal is, but you want to take this card. And is that... I think that's the 13th. There's like a 13th key card you have to get. So now here, the end is near, the way is clear. Destroy the lady before they are ready. Okay, cool. Bill is trouble, he's a double, he's an I, that's no lie. Okay, so that's like a clue as to what's going on in this game. And now, oh, orb override. My bosses are calling. You've had sufficient time. Report suspect's name. And the name that you're supposed to type in is, oh, you don't know yet. So you just say, I don't know. You just say enter. Your report's being processed. Return home immediately. Wait there for further orders. Great. Cool. This is a great corporate culture we have here in the dystopian hellscape future. If you didn't have the medallion, would you be stuck in his face forever? I don't know. I don't know what happens if you don't have the medallion when you're there. Probably have to go through the friggin' maze again. Put a gun in my mouth. Oh, that maze is horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. So here we are. It's day 2. Hard day at the office. Now the eyeball is coming to like clock me in. Ken Williams. I should try that, see what happens. Attention, Manhunter. Maintenance robot missing from Grand Central Station. Investigate. Warning, the maintenance robot will self-destruct if it is tampered with. Okay. So it sounds like a good way to die. Okay. Now we're just you go through the same sequence every day. Get up, put on your suit, you turn the lights on, you sit down to look at your porn. And then it screams at you. I'm just gonna make a new save here because it's day 2. Alert, tracker is locked on target. Location, Grand Central Station. Okay. So there's 3 guys, okay? And you can target any of them, right? You're going to have to chase all of these guys on this day, on day 2 here. So the targets are at Grand Central Station. They go in. You don't know what they were doing. They leave. And then they head out somewhere. And they all go. 2 of them go up there. 1 of them goes down here, right? So let's see. This guy is going to the Wretched Excess nightclub. And these are supposed to be like people, right? Over here. So he's going into the nightclub. He's going over to somebody in the crowd. Okay, and target movement ends there. Okay. So that's that. Okay. So we know that guy went to the Wretched Excess nightclub. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and try to track everybody at once here. Okay, cool. That's number 2. So I can just do this whole tracking sequence one time and then go to all the locations. So now guy number 2, whoops. Guy number 2, target number 2 is going to, well, I don't know. He is going to the park. Is that where he's going? This is somebody else. Oh, he's going to the deli. Okay, he's going to get a sandwich. All right, he goes in the deli, and he goes up to something on the wall, does something, and somebody else, these Atari-ass graphics, somebody else is coming in, walking over to this guy, and who knows? Now, can you imagine, like, not understanding this in 1988 and just having the nightmare of all the saves you would have to, like, just keep replaying this stuff to until you, like, get it? So these two people, the target and another character, are in the park, and so watch this. You have to, like, every time you hit enter, it will advance their walk, their movement, right? So, and you have to remember the order, like, that they move around. This is important later. So they walk down here, right? I don't know how you would ever memorize or really grok this at the time. It's silly. So he goes over there, and excuse me, goes up here, and then moves over here, and they're just moving to different places in the park. And now something's happened, right? I think. Did he leave the other guy yet? Because he totally kills the other guy. So the guy winds up dead. Spoilers. I guess draw yourself a paper map, but, like, it's really kind of specific what it's trying to get at. Oh, is this it? Is this where he kills the guy? Tag target movement ends here. So, okay. So now, let's see. So that's number 2. And there's number 3. Same deal. They're splitting off. That guy's going up there. And he's going, I believe, to a different place. Alright, we're in the American Museum of Natural History. Hey, does this look like it's probably like a maze to you? Because guess what it is. And this dude is going, he's taking stairways, okay? And you have to remember the path that he takes. Because you have to follow that same path to get to where he's going. You have to trace his steps. And that theoretically looks like it might be pretty simple, but there's a wrinkle to it. Okay, so target movement ends there. Okay. So now I have to go to the Wretched Excess nightclub. Which, oops. Is it here? No. Is it here? No, is it down here? Is there another? Wretched Excess nightclub. Okay. So this dude, okay, I want to get into this nightclub. What up, dude? Halt. Alright. So this dude will not let you in, right? Okay. Mr. Lewis Redmond. Okay. So we have a name, and generally when you get names, you should type them into your computer. Lewis Redmond, 309 Bleecker Street. Alright, job bouncer. Great. So, we know all about him. So what do? Well, we go into the bad gang alley here. And look at this. Now it's a mini game. And you have to duck the knives. And you have to jump over the knives. And if you get hit by a knife, you die. And there are 4 of these freaking screens. And you have to, every time you jump, you move a little bit. And that's how this does. And it's just as annoying as it looks. And when you get close to him, you can throw a punch and knock him out and move on to the next screen. Like I said, there's friggin' 4 of these. And the last one, a guy shoots a gun, and you have to jump or duck based on his arm movements. Which is really, I mean, yeah, you know, they did their research on how guns work. You can totally dodge bullets. So, and I think they were probably trying to test the waters to see what kinds of stuff they can do in their engines. You know, they did wind up in the SCI engine making a bunch of, like, card games and stuff, right? The Hoyle games. And those were SCI games. Those were the same engine. So, they were able to do stuff that wasn't just adventure games. But this is not a good example of that. In terms of... and then, in terms of just arcade sequences. So that's really... There are just 4 screens of this. And it's nonsense. And so I'm going to just skip the gang fight here and punch Mr. Gunman. And then he throws me out he throws me like into the nightclub, right? Okay. And so if you're following, the guy went into the nightclub and he did something. He went up to someone in the crowd. Okay. And it turned, and you go, oh, what's, oh no, it's not that guy. Oh, and then I die. And the bouncer throws me out. And then, if you didn't save your game, well, guess what? If you didn't save your game, guess what you get to do? You get to go through this again. So, it's, ugh. But, there's one person in a brown robe. You look at her, and then, oh, hey, what's up? And then, she hits you with her purse, because all the cultists carry purses. And she just dropped something out of her purse right there, which I managed to grab before I got kicked out. And that was the 13th key card. Okay? That was the whole goal, was to get into there and get the 13th key card. And so now I want to go, I think it's up. Right? Because the other 2 went up. And yeah, that is a really super small item or super small window to pick the item up, yeah. Is it... Let's see. The Vendo Deli. Do I have to go through the tracker again? Oh, man, I don't have to... No, don't make me do that. No, I don't... It's not... They're not lit up on the map. Do I have to... Ugh. Guys, I think I have to do this frickin' garbage again. No. No. Oh, hold on. They'll come back out, though. I'll get them. No! God damn it. No, no, I didn't want to go all the way back here. Did I get it? Yeah, okay. Apparently, the time I thought I was saving by doing the tracking wasn't saving any time. So now I have to just... Here, why don't I save my game here now that that nonsense is done. Okay, and I will now attempt to track that second person again. Oh, boy. There we go. And maybe just go back to the alley. Can I just press S to skip? Great, I can. Awesome. The alley of bad dudes. Are you bad enough, dude, to rescue the freaking emperor of the dystopian hellscape? Okay, so he goes into the deli, and then he goes over here to the park, and then I have to do this and track his movements again. Oh. Well, as you guys can see, this is a really great game. The mini games and constant tracking really they're just a great design choice. And aren't I glad I did this before? Yeah, I figured I would be saving time here. I don't know why it didn't just mark everything on my map. Like, come on. It's freaking stupid. And then I have to go through, there's like a nonsense, so the park, the reason you're watching him do this is, like, you have to exit, there are multiple screens to the park, and you have to exit each screen at this right specific location, and if you don't, you step on a landmine, and you die. Okay. So, now, we can go up here, and back up here. And now, look at that, everything's marked on my map. So now we go into the deli. We go up here, and he went up to this board, and, well, I don't know what's here. Well, I can tell you that I know for a fact that it's this one that says Harvey over on the bottom right. But I haven't discovered that yet. So, now I go to Central Park. Okay. And now, yeah, Central Park, home of the landmine, indeed. So now, I mean, I'll show you if you walk in the wrong spot. Boo. And a landmine just blows you to smithereens. There once was a Manhunter from New York who took a wrong turn in the park. He stepped on a mine, should have read the sign. Now he's scattered from dawn to dark. Great. Good talk. Oh, and I guess the sign. Danger, landmines, do not enter by order of the Orb Alliance. Okay. Don't get your goose cooked. Okay. Oh, and that's actually also a clue, if I recall. So, I don't know why they were like, the orbs came down, they were like, you know what we ought to do? We ought to put landmines in the park. That'd be a good... Alright, so, this is stupid. This is the dumbest... Just a sec, I have to, like... I have, like, reference screens here. See how it, like, snaps to different parts here? You have to, like, you have to get it really specifically kind of on the thing, or it won't, you're dead, right? So it's, like, right there, right? So I got to the correct screen there. And then here, I have to go, like, it's, like, between these bushes, right? Okay. Great. Save my game, because it's a Sierra game. That's how we do. Go over here. Okay. I'm by this statue. Save my game. Go up here. And you're supposed to be, like, getting this from having watched this overhead map, like this person move around the overhead map. It's the weirdest thing, man. I don't know how they were like, this is a really good design. Oh, and now it's doing the thing where I can't move and the game is bugged and I need to restart it. There's like a weird glitch in this park where, and some other areas of the game where that happens. One sec. Okay. Here we go again. Sorry about that. Hold on, I have to get back to my stupid reference screens. Where am I? I'm here. Trying to go to, between these trees. Hey man, I'm not cheating. This is nonsense. And yeah, this is totally one of those games that, like, I don't know how anyone would have made it through this game in the 80s without a hint book or a like the hint line or some kind of guide. And this was around the time when Sierra started offering hint books, so go figure. So here's a crowbar. You can always use a good crowbar. It's always very helpful. And now that I've got the crowbar, I want to go down this way. I'm back here. I want to go up here. Here's this beautiful, beautiful view of whatever. And then I want to go right over here. And then I think this is the last spot. I want to go up here between these trees, these bushes. And here is my target. Cool. Cool. That's what we want. That's how I feel about this game. Cool. So, alright. Close those stupid maps. Alright, now cool here is the second victim that the killer has killed. So we have all these items. Oh, we need to meet Anna at 4:30, Candy, and H. Osborne. Harry Osborne. It's the Green Goblin himself. Okay. And then let's take a look at Cool over here. Okay. Well, Cool is just viciously murdered. And the P looks like it was carved with a dull knife. All right. We've got some inglorious bastards over here. And gosh, this game is violent, isn't it? This is unusually violent for a Sierra game. So now I'm going to tell you the really stupid hint that they gave me when I looked at the sign in the park that said beware of landmines. So he was writing a name here, right? Cool. So you're supposed to intuit. Well, first of all, the data card from day one where it got that rhyme at the end of day one was like, Phil's a bad guy. You're supposed to go, okay, well, Phil, and then this dude was writing a name on the rock, right? So what, Phil Cool? No one by that name in the city. So when I looked at the landmine sign, the game designers were like, don't let your goose get cooked. You're supposed to somehow know that it's Phil Cook, that's the name. And goodbye, Weasel Amy. Thank you for stopping by. Phil Cook. Oh, look, there we go. And that's I don't know how anyone would have figured that out. Philippe Cook, 5th Avenue and 34th Street. Great. Oh, job, public servant. Actually, I'm curious. Oh, it will actually accept Philippe Cook. All right. Well, fine. So you're supposed to. That was apparently a hint, right? Don't let your goose get cooked. I really wish his name had been Phil Cool. That would have been like. That would have been the better solution. So yeah, screenshotting that. Cool. And now that we know that, well, these items on the ground, remember, it said we had to call Anna and there was an H. Osborne. Okay. So, I'll put Ken Williams. Let's see. No one by that name in the city. No. No. You would think this would be a great opportunity for them to plug their other Sierra games. No, nobody by that. Wow, it's not even letting me look up like the designers. Man, yeah, they missed an opportunity there. So you're supposed to be like, oh well, what do we do? Let's take both of those names from those items on the ground. This evidence that this very sloppy killer left, Phil Cool, and look, there's Anna Osborne, who looks like a malfunctioning Westworld host. She lives at 150 West 82nd. Her job is unknown. King Graham. No, nobody's gonna, I mean, New York, so, thank God. Thank God, this is the better future. All right, let's get out of here. Cool. I'm sold on this future. So let's see. We have to figure out the name of the person H. Osborne. It is not Harry. Oh, hey, I should probably not walk around in the park. I should probably I'm going to step on some landmines. So, you're supposed to go back to the Vindo Deli, right? And now look at this again. And, oh, look, listen up, brother. We saw the mother. She's ready to go on with the show. Harvey. Okay, so it's Harvey. It's Harvey Osborne. That's what you're supposed to, that's the conclusion you're supposed to come to. And Harvey Osborne also lives at 150 West 82nd. Job unknown. So, now that you've collected that info, you're supposed to go to 150, what is it? Let's see. Where is it? Is it up here? 150 West 82nd. Here it is. So, look in this building. All right, here we are. Somehow we knew exactly. Did it even say they lived in apartment 5B, or did he just know? Oh, and here we are. Here's this room. And you just kind of go around searching, only closing these drawers. Oh. There is a button, and there is a bag. Oh. A Kofifi poster, chocolate croissant, and a key. Now we have the key. And now, there's some holes in the wall. Can't open the door, but the button, well, that opens the door. And it's going to make this awful sound, so I'm going to just turn the sound off for a moment. And look at this. It is, oh, the P looks like it was carved with a dull knife. Same deal. And that is, this dead body is Anna, who was the woman who hit us with the purse in the nightclub. So, that's what you're supposed to intuit from all this, right? And now, that guy went to the Empire State Building. That's where he went. Nothing in here but cockroaches and rats. Oh, this building's burned out and empty. But we can get in here in the Empire State Building, right? Can't we? Oh, wait. Can we not? Oh, the door's locked. Okay. Oh. Well, now I have to go and track the third guy. Okay. Oh, boy. So, back to the third guy. He is going... He's the one that went to the office building, right? And he goes through this path, like I showed you. And while he's doing this, here I'm just gonna I'll show you what we're dealing with here, okay? That's the maze that he's going through right now. That's the path he traverses. So you have to follow these lines up to up all the floors and to the end. And every time you pass through a door, you have to use one of those key cards that we got. And you have 13 of them, and we'll need to pass through exactly 13 doors. So you have exactly enough to get through what you need to get through, and also it's another perspective maze. So, yeah, that's what we're dealing with here. And now, whoops. Oh, I have to travel. Whoops. Whoops. Uh-oh. I messed up. What'd I do? Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Okay. Now I have to go to the American Museum of Natural History. That's where we're going. It's up here. Stupid map. Oh, wait. Oh, whoops. This is the top map. Home. No. Is that it? Yeah, American Museum. Okay. Oh. Theodore Roosevelt Memorial. And you're supposed to... What do you... Do we go, we go over to the side? Yeah, okay. So we go over to the side. The doors are locked, but I have a key that I got from Anna. And then we go in here to the stupid-ass maze. And obviously he went this way and up the stairs, okay? And then he went through this door, right? And you use a key card. And of course, the door opens only briefly, and you have to go through it immediately, or else it closes and you can never complete the game. And then, look, you use another key card, and so on. And then you go through the next door, and this is really exciting gameplay. So I'm gonna just skip the key card maze. And eventually, you get up to the 4th floor, and you go through all these doors, and you get to this barred door. Okay. And then you use the crowbar. And then, well, here. So you use the crowbar to try to get through the door, and then this freaking dragon thing is gonna come kill you. I'll just show you. He just, you know, it's the freaking, it's super violent. A dragon comes out of nowhere and murders you. Okay, that's what happens. You've never looked so good. Next time, do something. Oh. Okay. So what you should have known to do, moron, is use the crowbar and then show the medallion to Reptar over here. And then he'll be like, "Oh, I love medallions. Let me open this door for you. I didn't know you had a medallion. I'll take this away." And now you're here, and then you go in here, and oh, there was a dude in that window. So now we go in here, and oh, hey, there's an explosion here. I don't know what this is. That drawing. Oh, laboratory deaths, the remains of a maintenance robot. Okay, somebody was doing some, like, robot killing in here. And then, oh, and this guy. Take this module, and guess what? You have to remember that tattoo right there. That's going to become important. Anybody who's here, can you guess right now what the pattern on that tattoo is used for? After everything you've seen, can you go back through your memory and think, what would that be useful for? I want to know if anybody can get it. Okay. So let's see. And now we're gonna leave. Oh, the orbs, the bosses are here. Oh, and Z-Laws MK2, yeah, the candles. You are right. Okay. That's a good guess. Because I don't know. Maybe you're just smarter than me. Alright, so now they want some names. So now we're gonna type Harvey Osborn, right? And Anna Osborn. And your reply is being processed. Return home immediately. Wait there for further orders. Great. I love how it always just tells you how long it takes for you to, like, walk home. 11 minutes later. It's time for some sleep. And now, another successful day of whatever it is I do. How rewarding. That's just the day will end when you've done everything you need to do for that day, and then the next day starts. So it's like Gabriel night, you know. You have as much time as you need to do the things during the day that you're in. Attention, Manhunter. Dead orb reported at Greenwood Cemetery. Investigate. So it's time, once again, to get up, get dressed, put on my cultist robe, and then turn on my lights, sit down on my computer, see what's up with Pornhub. Oh my god. So, tracker has locked on target, location Greenwood Cemetery, Brooklyn. Yeah, what if they'd pick the wrong floor and be like, just show up in your apartment and be like, whoops, sorry. I see you're looking at Pornhub again. After you got dressed. It's a strange order of operations. Okay. Unfortunately, I think there's only one target this time, and you don't have to, like, do a bunch of nonsense. I mean, there's more nonsense to come, but this is an easy one. So here's the theater. They're going into the theater, And they are going into this side door and doing something at the wall. And then they're walking out, going out of the theater, and going somewhere. All right. Doot, 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 doot. And also, you just track these targets. Like, what is this weird... I guess it's like a weird surveillance state, though, right? That's kind of what it is. That's the whole deal with this universe. So now he's joined by somebody else going to Abdul's pawn shop. He's talking to who I can only assume is Abdul, possibly trying to pawn something, and he disappears. So target signal lost, tracking terminated. So, what do we do here? Well, let's see. Where was Greenwood Cemetery? Is over here, I think. Let's see. Flatbush Bar, Prospect Park, Greenwood Cemetery. Okay. Let's go into here and... Oh, look, there's a dead orb. Wow. And you're supposed to look at this and be like, oh, well, he's been impaled on a pike on this grave. Tim Jones, 1988 to 2004. He died for his father. Well, what happens when we look up Tim Jones? Oh, wow. Nobody. There's nobody. All right. Well, you're supposed to note that, though. Tim Jones. That becomes important. I feel like some poor person... There's still some guy who just has a notebook full of there's just nonsense scrawlings about this game who just never solved it. Man. Now I have to go to... to the theater. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Theater in Times Square. Okay, 1984, War of the Worlds. Oh, look at what's playing. Great. How appropriate. So here we are. No show today. Alright. And now here we are in this office where apparently nobody minds me snooping around. And look at this, a picture of a 10-year-old boy dated 1998. A picture of a 14-year-old boy in the... Oh, whoops. What happened? A picture of a 14-year-old boy dated 2002. For whatever reason, we're supposed to intuit that is the kid that... on the gravestone. I don't know why you think that. But now here's a safe, right? We don't have the combination, so can't do anything here. And now I want to go to the church. Is it on the same map? No, is it not? No, Trinity Church. No, I think it's down here. So, remember that tattoo that we saw? Well, you were right about the candles. So we're going to go in here and buy milk duds, yeah. Go over to here to the candles. Actually, are there candles over here? I don't even know. Oh, good. You can just waste your time with other candles. Cool. Okay. And now we want to light... Oops, I have to get matches first. So you get a match and you light... It was the... that one, right? And that one. And that's the pattern of the tattoo right there. And that opens this weird satanic safe. And there is another module. you might notice that we've picked up a couple of modules, which are just like these computer, I don't know, some old Atari 2600 games. I don't know what they are. So now, got that. And we can go down to Abdul's pawn shop. Well, the tattoo on that guy's arm told you what candles to light. You're just supposed to connect it to the lighting of the candles. That's the problem. Oh, look, a bum. He looks like a manhunter. Is he like a ex-manhunter down on his luck? I don't know. So here's what's going on here with the floor. There's something weird, right? That's what you're supposed to think. Oh, I should get a guitar. That'd be cool. And then this guy holds up this dumb board and he's like, I mean, you're supposed to first of all know what he wants, but when you opened the safe in the church, there was a bunch of symbols on the safe door, and you are supposed to point out the symbols that were on there, which were the cross, the star. What is up with his nose? Is that like Gargamel? And then whatever that is. And then he's like, "Cool, you got it. You can get dumped down the trapdoor." I mean, the issue isn't necessarily that the puzzles are completely terrible. Oh no, it's my trash alarm. Ugh, sorry. It's trash day. The issue is that there's nothing to really, there's no connective tissue for so much of it. Now we're gonna play a fun game of this. Okay. Yeah, nice box. Yeah, your guy in his wacky boxers, and like whenever he runs like a cartoon character, it's such a weird contrast to like, oh, there's dead bodies with like, with eyes popping out of their heads. So for this puzzle, you have to. It's like, oh, well, what am I supposed to do? I'll just hit a number. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Well, the boulder's gonna fall on my head now, and now I'm dead. Oh, the clues are in the picture. Thanks, guys. Okay, so the clues are in the picture, they say. What is the number that I should type in here? What would you say? What would you say the numbers are? Do we have any guesses? Because you just sit here and you're like, I mean, you can sort of like, you can kind of brute force it, because when you hit one of the right numbers, it's like, oh, yay, it doesn't kill me. And you're right, it's 41, because they're reflected in the shadows of the trees. Right? So yay, the door opens, and now we get into the next room. Same thing. What number is it here? What you think? There's like a witch, and a cat, and an evil moon, and a bat, and a pumpkin, and a skull, and a spider, and an ugly broomstick, I think. Or like a weird tiki torch. I don't know. I don't know what that is. So, somebody says 13. That's not the answer. And I should say that the numbers, I don't know, it sort of primes you for this with the, or it fails to prime you for this with the first image, but they're not just, it's not just two numbers in all of them, right? It could be any number of numbers. So, I won't make you wait, but it's 1 0 3 1. It's Halloween, right? And this one is like some weird math thing. Well, not really. It's like it's supposed to be 1 less than 3, 3, and then plus 3 and 1 greater than 3. Right? So it's Oh my god, what? Okay. 1 less than 3. That's 2, right? 3 plus 3. Because there's 2 3s there. That's 6. And then 1 greater than 3, which is 4. This is like a Dr. Brain puzzle or something. Only if you fail it, you die. And then here, the answer is the branches, the dead branches here. So there's 4 on that first one. The one in the back up here there's 2. And then over on the right side, there's 5. So it's 4, 2, 5. And it's yeah, just nonsense. So here is another dead guy. Oh look, the P looks like it was carved with a dull knife. So yeah, another murdered man here in the sewer. And now we go over here, and there's Phil Cool himself. And he's just stabbed me and killed me. So, you know, watch his knife hand, they say. Great. And I like to just try to punch him immediately. Great, I got him before he could stab me. And now he's going up the sewer. And he dropped a note. How convenient. 843769. I wonder what that is. Could it be the combination to the safe? I think it could be. So now, this note is now in your MAD. See it, use info and type notes. Okay, great. So, he's dropped the note. We have the safe combo. Gonna go up here. And, also, oh, you know what? The body of the guy with his like tongue out that we found in the sewer, that was a guy named Harry Jones. The father of the kid in the cemetery, Tim Jones, where the dead orb was. So, I believe what we want to do is look up Harry Jones. Ah, there we go. Harold Jones, 21 Pearl, Apartment 2C, age 48, theater manager. I'm not sure how you would put that together. Okay, so now, I have the safe combo, right? So I want to go back to the theater, which is, where's Times Square? Is it up here? Wasn't it over here somewhere? The theater. No? Was it up here? Oh no, this is the top map. It's down here. Let's see. Is it right here? Yes. So now I can go back here into the office and open the safe. And the combination, it was 843769, right? 8, 4, 3, 7, 6, 9. And yeah, the poor guy who had to make all those death scenes, yeah. If this were today, Jason Schreier would be like writing a feature on Kotaku about like the freaking PTSD that guy suffered. Like with Mortal Kombat 11, I don't know if you guys saw that. Like the developers who were like, we had to design the fatalities, and we just spent all of our days watching people like murder videos. All right, correct code, and now here's a note. The note says UCUCC. And great, it is now in notes. Oops. So now I can, you know, I can be like notes, and if I forget that stuff, it's in there. So now I should go to Pearl Street, which is the address of Mr. Harry Jones. Is it map? It's on map. Map 4? Okay, yeah. Pearl Street. Here we go. Looks like just a great place to live. Stinking garbage. Okay. So we go in here, and there's not really much here. Go in here, and this apparently this is the room that the diagram from the museum. In that room where the dude is blown up. That's like the diagram to this room that's supposed to give you the hint as to what to do here. Look at that cool painting. It looks like it was drawn by a 4-year-old. So, what you want to do is you want to look at the stereo. And look, it's an Evryware brand stereo, and then you want to just smash it with a crowbar. And then look, another module. Cool. We got another Atari 2600 cartridge. So, now, where do I go? I go to the back to the Empire State Building here, which is where let's see. Oh yeah, okay. So this is apparently Phil Cool's apartment. Okay. I'm not sure how I know that, but I know that. And now we're supposed to turn on the computer and check this out. That's how you turned on a computer. Right? And it booted. And you gotta wait for the computer to boot up. And now you type in the password. Uck. So now let's review everything. Because this part's nonsense. Okay, deep warning. Access restricted to top control personnel only. That is me. So, site selector. Alpha. Security. So, this is Bellevue Hospital. Okay. And if you recall, Bellevue Hospital is where that first victim was found on the first day, where they blew a hole in the wall, and there was that robot standing guard in front of the doorway. I can turn that robot off from here and get out, or get him out of the way so I can get through that doorway. That's basically ultimately what all of this is pushing me toward, right? Is that so? We turn it to hall patrol. And he leaves. Okay? Great. And then you don't mess with any of this other stuff. Right, there's this like operation menu. Oh, food source at 10%, press crews on standby, next harvest North Brooklyn. So like there's like some Soylent Green stuff going on here. That's what you're supposed to get from all this. Beta. They have a fleet. They have a fleet of ships here. Okay. And then it's telling you all this stuff about their ship fleet, and this is Grand Central Terminal. Okay. And then Site Gamma. We look at this. And let's see. We want ground patrol to be selected here because there's like an air defense system, and I don't know how you're going to know this, but you're eventually going to want to fly one of these orbs around, and you don't want any air defense going on there. because that'll mess you up, right? So what's this? Oh, air purification, 100%. That sure definitely looks... That looks like the purest air. All of the United States. So, let's see. One more. And that's Site Delta. And this is the, this is the Empire State Building right here. And I don't even know what any of these do. I just know you're not supposed to change any of them. Right? Oh, testing complete. Main computer operational. Great. What's this? Oh, good. We have to wait through loading screens here. That's fantastic. I'm glad there. Oh, jeez. Hold on. Is the transmitter supposed to be on or off? Does this change it? I hope I didn't screw something up. Transmitter off. Okay. So now, oh, we get this. We know that you are brave, but you might want to save. So I will make a save game right there. And now we can leave. But, oh, the bosses are calling again. Orb override. You've had sufficient time. Report suspect name. For whatever reason, Harry Jones right here. Your reply is being processed. Return home immediately. Wait there for further orders. And now, yet another successful day of processing nonsense and just living in this weird world that where no one knows what's happening. And now, oh, look. Mr. Eyeball, the CEO of Orbs Incorporated, says, "What's up? Good morning. Attention, Manhunter. Illegal access to the Alliance computer. Investigate." Frickin' Alliance. Look at that. The Horde's stealing all... What are they? Stealing all their emails? What's going on? The Horde hacking the Alliance campaign. Congratulations. After this assignment, you are being transferred to Chicago. Doesn't that sound suspiciously like I'm getting promoted out of the way? Well, now that that's done, you know the deal. So, and this is the final day of the game. And wouldn't you know it? It opens with a stupid mini game. How exciting! I might just play through this one because it's short, and hopefully I won't screw it up. Oh boy! Alert! Tracker is locked on Alliance computer room. Looks like we got some the frickin' like some Stormwind activity here. Yep. Iron Forge is you know, sending a bunch of nonsense over there. Oh great, and now okay. Hold on. First I need to save my game. You saw how that little circuit came from the bottom up, right? That's important. Okay, there's like a top, a left, and a bottom, right? Tracker interrupted, entering signal tracking mode, zooming into buffer. So, tag the first signal that enters the buffer from the I/O port at the bottom of the screen by moving the marker over it and pressing enter. If you lose sight of it or if it exits, press repeat. So so that one right there that just came out of that bottom one, I am supposed to like... I've got to like track it here. But I don't know where it went. it went into like, it went into the one on the left. So basically I have to like just do a bunch of nonsense here with the slow ass moving cursor. I think I got it. And Max Headroom over here will be like, oh, you got it. All right, loading tracker. And now it's, yeah, the hackers. I hacked the Gibson right here. A few moments later, here we are, Empire State Building, 71st floor. This thing is going over here to, this target. He's going, descending in the elevator. Target exit elevator or ground floor. Alright. Great. And then the target's going up here. Doot 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 doot. Going right here to 7314 Fifth Avenue, which is my home. Look at this. He's coming in this eyeball elevator and going over to the closet. Probably putting his cultist robe up and then going to bed. What an exciting life this person leads. Target movement ends at this point. So it's tracking you. You're tracking yourself at this point. So, you know, that's real bad, okay? So what you have to do now, the idea is that by this point in the game, you're slowly becoming aware, like, oh, there's like some weird, the orbs are the bad guys, like this is some weird conspiracy, and now I've got to go turn on them. So there were the 4 locations that I found in the computer at the end of the day, and now I need to go to those locations and basically screw up all their plans, right? Like that's, you're supposed to understand at this point that that's the goal, right? So now, where's the hospital? Isn't it over here somewhere? There it is. Okay, so the first location was the hospital. Okay. Back to where I ended the first day, right? Where this dude was, right? And now I need to go out into the hall because that robot's not there anymore. But turns out that doesn't matter much because an orb saw me and he's like, "What? You're under arrest." Here's the robot. Great. And now my guy's like doing his little like wacky Scooby-Doo run. Like, let's get out of here! And this dumb robot with its awesome animation is coming to get me. And, yeah, he's got me. For some reason, he doesn't just murder me straight up. He just throws me in a closet. So here I am in a closet full of skeletons, okay? Obviously, this door is locked. And, there's, you know... there's a bunch of creepy skeletons here. And, but I have to quote-unquote climb up here, right? And then, look at this. They're processing people into food. That's what's going on here. And, I'm gonna turn off this annoying sound, because it's gonna go on for a minute, but... the conveyor belt's going to stop, and they're all going to leave because they're going to go into ground patrol mode because I changed the air defense to ground patrol. So they will leave this this room. It kind of takes a long time though. Like I could see if you're a normal gamer in the 80s who doesn't know what's going on, you're not going to wait that long before you're like, I did something wrong, right? So now, I can use my crowbar to obviously do that. And then I can, oh look! Another, whoops, oh no, that's the handle. That's the data cartridge. The other Atari cartridge. And now I can, move the handle up. And now this conveyor belt is going in the opposite direction that it was when it was piping bodies into the, like, the grinder there. Right? So now, the genius that I am, I can just take this conveyor belt and go to wherever it is that it's conveying. Great. Turns out the bodies were being... I don't even know how to describe this. The bodies were being piped through whatever the hell this is. And this is like some Donkey Kong type of thing where you have to move across all these ropes before the fire hits you. And you have to get up to that window in the top left without falling or getting killed. And that's the game. And if if this happens, then oh no, I fell. And if you fall, oh no. If you climb up too high, oh no, I fell. If you're not close enough to being aligned with the rope, oh no, I fell. So there's all these ways to fall. Okay, I'm not going to do this because it's dumb. So eventually you get up to this window, and oh look, there we go. We're in the window, and which you fall out of. So many of the successes in this game involve stupid failures. It's ridiculous. Thanks for the follow, Captain America 3. I appreciate it. So, now we have fallen out the window, and the whole objective of that was to get that last module, right? So that we can go to Grand Central, right? Grand Central Station. Oh, that's where I am now, is this hospital. Grand Central? Yeah, there we go. Okay. And now, here, Grand Central Terminal, there is a thing to pry open. Do I use my crowbar? Yeah, I think I do. Right? So, you're supposed to know that. It doesn't even give you like a hint when you zoom in on it. But you pry that open with your crowbar. And you go in here, and now we are in like a room with one of these weird orbs. Right? And now, what you do is you insert all of the modules, all 4 of the modules that you've collected throughout the game, into all of these ports. So this is like a multi-card Atari 2600 system. Maybe, you know, it could be, this could be like a Neo Geo MVS. Hopefully, you know, we got Samurai Showdown 2 in there. And like Windjammers, that'd be the best. Did I get all of them? Yeah, I did. So now you have to like know how to turn this on. So we power it up. So that's clearly the power because it's a little lightning bolt thing, right? And then we push this to like, I don't know, to close the hatch. Oh, because these guys are trying to come and get me, but I closed the hatch so they can't get in because they're a bunch of chumps. And then we push this button. I don't know how you're supposed to know any of this, but you arm your weapon systems here. There's bombs. There's 4 bombs, right? You got to know that. You got to understand that because the bombs are important. Each of those little pink things is a bomb. And then we can open the hangar door by doing that. So now that's open. And then we take off. And that's, I believe there's only one button left here, so Now we take off. Isn't that great? And we use the keypad to move the ship, and it's really kind of annoying because it bounces off the walls and it's really stupid. Super annoying. You have to be very slow with it. Alright, and we got out. Isn't that great? And when you get out here, when you know it, there's a friggin' maze. And this maze, you navigate it, and it bounces you all around if you screw up, and it's the most annoying thing ever. Thanks, Connor. I'm glad you like my couch. It's the best. So there's a very specific path through this maze, and you have to go through. It's like 4 or 5 screens here. It's dumb, but you have to navigate in this stupid frickin' bouncy maze that will just bounce you back and forth. And guess what? It's stupid, so we're gonna skip it. Here we are at the end. So here we are, for some reason, in the bathrooms at the park, where we flush ourselves down the toilet. And that is where this thing launches out of, right? And now, meanwhile, in another part of the city, that's Phil Cool, and he's angry. Phil Cool is getting into his own spaceship, and he is going to give us what for? Okay. Phil Cool, not our friend. It's time for the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny between Poop and Threadbare and Phil Cool. So now, here we are. We'll turn on this view panel. And, yeah, so now we can press enter to drop a bomb. How about that? And I'm just gonna make a save game right there at the beginning, and another save game right here, the second save game, and I'll just keep saving every time I drop a bomb. So there you have 4 bombs and 4 places they need to be dropped, right? And I need to remember where these are. And he's trying to ram me this whole time, right? Right, so he's gonna there's a bomb. Great, that's on that's Bellevue Hospital. Right? Oh, shoot. Okay, well, I didn't want to do that. Now I gotta start over. I just dropped 2 bombs. That was not the strategy. I'm sorry. I've failed you. Okay, there's that. Cool, and... Oh no, is he gonna, blow me up? Oh, I guess so. Oh, ha, Phil Cool wins the day. We told you that Phil is trouble. Okay, great. Oh my god. Am I just gonna be... Oh, I'm just gonna be back here. This is nonsense. I should have... Well, I want to say I should have done a save before the end of this, but this is the end of the game, so... Ah! Get away from me, Phil Cool. Alright. Ah! Oh my god. Alright. Alright, there's 1 bomb, okay? Okay. Time to do bomb number 2. Oh, look at that, juked. Alright, that's number 2, and that's Grand Central Terminal. Ah, I'm gonna flee. Alright. Juked again. Feel cool. Alright, and now... Oh, jeez. Nope. Didn't get that one. Alright. Ooh, I should probably not save there. Did I get it? Nope. It's that little rectangle, that little, the little pink rectangle there. Did I get it there? No. Oh my god. Do I have to just get it, Here, let's try the other side. So yeah, this is the end of the game. This is like how it, oh my god, kill me! This is how it ends. But it's the most annoying, stupid challenge. Ah, no, he got me. Hello, Amanda. How are you? You're here at the very end. Ugh. I tried to drop a bomb on a little tiny rectangle, and it's just not going well. All right, here. Damn it. Here, let's try this. Let's go another way here. All right. It seems like his position isn't really held. Like he was still on that screen when I went off, and now I've come back, and he's not there anymore. So he just kind of shows up after a certain period of time. All right, did I get it? Yeah, there we go. And that is the Empire State Building, right? And now... I have to... Now, the final bomb, there was a code earlier that's like, we have to destroy the lady, and you're supposed to know that's the Statue of Liberty, because this is New York, and it's down here. It's this purple one on this island. Oh, jeez. No. No. You'll never take me alive. All right, here. Let's go back down again. No! Yep, this is New York. Just how any normal person remembers it. Yep. Oh, and now Phil Cool is mad because I destroyed the Statue of Liberty. Isn't this... I mean, I feel like this is like a terrorist act, though. Why have I done that? And now I destroy the Statue of Liberty. And I'm Bob and Threadbare's cousin, Poopin' Threadbare, and I've just blown up the Statue of Liberty, and now a bunch of other dudes are coming to, like, celebrate this. So, I feel like that's kind of a weird victory. Yep. And now here's Phil Cool. Who has disintegrated all my friends and somehow just miraculously missed me. So, now, meanwhile, Phil Cool is very happy, and we're back to the title screen as I pursue him into the sequel, Manhunter 2, San Francisco. And that's the end. This is a computer game, yes, to be continued. And that is, that's Manhunter, New York. Like I said, this is one of the weirdest games that Sierra ever published. It makes no sense. And it's odd. And there was a sequel. There was going to be a third game, but it never got off the ground. and I'll have more to say about that in the next episode, which is going to cover Manhunter 2. So yeah, like I said, super kind of weirdly abstract, minimalist, at least minimally communicated plot. You're supposed to put all the pieces together, despite the extreme lack of connective tissue here. And yeah, it's just a weird game. So, or are you an alien in the game? No, I think you're supposed to be. You're human. It doesn't really tell you who you are. It doesn't. Your character's not named. You're just a manhunter that's sent on these missions by the orbs. It's a very like Blade Runner kind of thing. But nothing really makes any goddamn sense about it. So, yep. So, I don't really know what else to say about that game. We're gonna do the sequel next week. I was going to do kind of a twofer, but I don't know if you guys can stand like 3 to 4 hours of this all at once. This was long enough. Yeah, so that's all. That's all for Manhunter New York. I will be back next Saturday with Manhunter 2 San Francisco. You've never heard me talk this much, Connor. You should go back through the archives, the video archives here on Twitch or on YouTube, same channel name. This is like my 10th episode of this. I've done this with every Sierra game. We're doing it chronologically, and I've done this is episode 10. There's this much talking about all of them. So if you're interested, this is probably the least interesting one too. As far as all the games I've done, this is by far the worst, I would say. So go back, go watch all the other ones. They're entertaining if you're into old adventure games and like history and gaming history and things like that. There's a bunch of stuff to learn. So yeah, that's it. Thank you, everyone, for watching, for sticking with me through this. You can, of course, support me by subscribing to this channel. Subscribing to, whether you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, or both, please subscribe. You can cheer me on Twitch. There are links to my Patreon and my Stream Elements tips are down below in the description, channel or video description, depending on where you're looking. And that's it. I will be back for Manhunter 2 San Francisco next week. Thank you, and good night.